All right, ladies and gentlemen, I was greeted by an armadillo rooting over there in the leaves. It's kind of weird to see them out in the daylight. It's kind of concerning me. I don't know if it's rabbit or not, but I usually see them only at night, and he completely disregarded that I was even right there in front of him. But anyway, this is my final camping episode of 2024, and I thought the best way to kind of close out 2024 is to come back to the spot that this whole channel started at. So I am at the exact same camping spot that I first posted my truck camping video two or three years ago. I can't remember how long it's been at this point in time, but I have not camped here at this spot since that first episode. So I am back here, gonna do it again. It's not the most beautiful of spots. There's a lake right behind you, but there's a lot of room out here to the side. And it's just kind of nostalgic for me to come out here and close out 2024 from the exact spot that I kind of started this channel from. So here we are, gang. Apparently we've got a friend that's going to be joining us. I can still hear him rooting around over there. But between the armadillos and the raccoons at this park, you have to keep an eye on all your stuff because they will get into it. They've stolen food from my wife and I off of the grill out here before. So gang, I'm gonna get the tent set up. I'm gonna get all my stuff laid out. I got really good vibes. I got really good feeling for this video. It's the end of the year. We got Christmas coming up. My vacation is starting in 24 hours. So I think it's gonna be a really good, chill, relaxed episode. Got a pretty good dinner. I'm actually gonna cook over an open flame tonight, which I was thinking on the way up here, I don't think I've ever done that on this channel. I hate to admit that, but it's either always been off of a butane stove or a little Coleman grill. I've never actually cooked over a real fire. So we're gonna be doing that tonight. And yeah, should be nice. So let me get all this stuff ready for this evening and we'll check back in. But before I do that, I want to go see if we can get some more shots of this little guy rooting around over here. Yeah, normally they can hear me sneak up on him. It must be deaf. He has no idea I'm right behind him. That is crazy. Wow. I don't want to get... Okay, I'm going to let him do his thing. I don't want to bug him too much. He has no idea I'm here. Okay. So today's been kind of funky with the weather, guys. It was supposed to rain all day. Now it's a beautiful day. It is quite chilly and extremely breezy, but I was worried that I was going to get rained on tonight. So I ended up putting back on my Benny Hike awning, which is... I love this awning, but honestly my open road 270 awning I prefer more, but I can get this on by myself. I didn't have any help today or this morning to get this thing put on, so I went ahead and put this on. And since it's not raining, I don't need it, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it out since it's already up here, and it gives me a place to hang up some Christmas lights because I do like my lights when I camp at night, and it's Christmas time, so let's get some lights going on out here. But as far as awnings are concerned, this is a lot lighter and a lot easier to kind of manage by myself, but I still do prefer that open road 270 awning because in all reality, it's easier to deploy and put up than this one is, believe it or not. Oh gosh, I hope I have enough room. Forgot about those trees. It's been a while since I've put this thing up. So yeah, obviously not needed, but I do like the kind of the ambiance and just the extra little outdoor space that it feels like these awnings give. And our little armadillo friend is still out there rooting around. Guys, that guy's a turd. I don't know what he's doing. All right. Think we're squared away? Let's walk around camp so I can show you, in case you haven't been around for 2 years, kind of where this all started. It's pretty fun to be out here. So let's go take a look around. All right, so guys, I can remember the first time pulling in. I thought it was the strangest feeling to stop and walk and put my camera to get the pull-in shot. That sounds bad. To get the drive-in shot with the camera. I thought I felt like a weirdo doing that. It's kind of normal now, but again, that was about 2 years ago. So this is the spot. And let's go take one more look at that armadillo, because he is just not a care in the world. All right, buddy, I think I'm gonna leave that dude alone. I don't know what's going on, but the truck's way back there. And so this particular spot has got quite a lot of room. So you got a ton of room to kind of play. Got a nice, of course, picnic table, fire pit, an armadillo friend. So it's just it's a pretty open spot. And there's a lot of trails in this park that are kind of tied into all of these sites. And with all the leaves down, you can't really see it, but these trails go back forever and ever, pretty much around the whole entire lake. So my son, at one point, he was out here, and he was obviously 2 years ago, so he was 6, maybe 7. So not quite old enough to me just let him off the leash, so to speak, but he ended up way down there and I couldn't see him. Kind of freaked me out, but he loved it. So there's just vast areas for you to kind of bring the family out here and kind of let them play. But yeah, this feels, I can't believe I haven't been out here since then, but it's just feels pretty cool to be out here. But we will be visited tonight by raccoons. That's pretty much a guarantee. They are terrible out here. Last time we were out here, there was a guy in this spot and we were talking to him and he left his windows down in his truck overnight. And the raccoons went inside it and absolutely ravaged the inside of his truck. He had raccoon poop, raccoon mud, raccoon pee. Luckily, we didn't have kids around at that time because they would have had to have the earmuffs put on because he was not a happy camper. But I'm like, dude, you left your windows down overnight in a state park. I don't know what you thought was gonna happen, who you were going to be visited by or not visited by, but you kind of should have rolled your windows up. But tonight is going to get down to in the 30s, so I do have my heater, so we will definitely be using the heater tonight. So right now it's 49 degrees right now, and the weather's calling for it to just slowly kind of start to go down, and as soon as that sun goes down, we're probably going to be in the 30s. I think I'm going to go ahead and start to get my fire going, because we got a pretty, well, for me it's a big dinner. And one of the sides are probably going to take about an hour to cook. I brought a raw potato. We're going to cut it up and scallop it and cook it in a foil pack over the fire. Throw some other goodies on that thing. But I got to get all that started because that's going to take the longest. The rest of the meal's not going to take very long. So I think I got a few more housekeeping chores to do with the truck. Make sure I have everything ready to go for tonight before it gets too dark. And luckily I'm hungry, because I got out here a little bit later than normal. It's almost 5 o'clock, so it's gonna be dark here in 20 minutes. So I think I'm gonna try tonight cooking in this solo stove. Well, it's not a solo stove, it's a knockoff, but with it being so windy, you know what, to be honest, I don't think we're in a fire ban, so I'm a little bit paranoid to start a fire, but typically they're very quick to tell you that we're in a fire ban, and they didn't mention anything to me when I came in, so I think we should be okay. Fingers crossed. But we've got a lot of firewood left over from this weekend when we took the RV out, so I'm going to use some of that firewood. And we're going to cook over this tonight. This has a little grate that I can use to put on top of it, so that's what we're gonna do. But the problem is I got to cut up some wood because these things are so small. Most of the firewood that you buy, if you don't cut it yourself, is too big to fit in here, so we're going to be doing a little bit of sawing tonight too. This hopefully will be enough to get us through all the cooking and a little nightly ambiance once we're done with dinner, I'm hoping. I really need to get some type of battery saw. This is gonna suck. One down, 10 more to go. I cut most of them. I got 3 or 4 more logs left. I'm gonna go ahead and get this started so it'll kind of burn down so I can put this grate on while I'm prepping for dinner. And I went online to see if I could figure out if this place was still on a burn ban. And I don't have any internet here, so I can't tell. But they will be quick to let me know, I'm sure, as soon as they see the smoke, if they don't want me out here doing this. So while that gets going, let's process some of this dinner. Try to make it easy on myself and put all of the food stuff, snacks for later. I got no shame. Applesauce packets. That's what happens when you have kiddos. Let's take a little break because my arm's a little sore. Cheers. So one big old fat russet potato, I guess. What you call it? I don't know. Potato. It's a big old potato. For these potatoes, got some heavy duty foil, some of that, got some butter, and I'll get some more seasoning here in a bit. So we're just gonna cook these potatoes kind of in a foil packet over that fire once it gets going. And I try to cut these up pretty thin so they cook somewhat quicker than normal. Throw some avocado oil on them. Some blackening seasoning. I like my spice. A lot, apparently. A little bit of butter. Your little might mean a little different than my little, but I think that should be good for the butter. And then we're just gonna wrap this up. Why does smoke follow you everywhere? No matter where I sit, smoke is always finding me. And we've got some fresh asparagus. And I need to go get some salt and pepper for these. All right, so here we got some black pepper. And just a little bit of salt. And why not? Let's throw a little bit of that seasoning on it too. And as soon as that fire goes down, we'll put this on that grate and probably take about an hour for these potatoes to cook. Yeah, these smokeless fire pits, man. Whew. This one's definitely on the failing end of that right now. All right, well, these potatoes are gonna take the longest. My guess is I probably need to let these logs burn down just a little bit more. So I'll keep an eye on that to make sure they don't burn, but I'm getting hungry and these are gonna take a long time. While I wait for these potatoes to kind of start cooking down a little bit, I guess now's as good of a time as any is to tell you folks, thanks so much for following along this channel. This year's been really fun. The last couple of years have been really fun. I love getting out here and doing this, and this gives me an excuse to get out here and do it even more. I love photography. The whole video thing's pretty new to me. I've always been into still photography, so starting this YouTube channel, I was a little bit kind of overwhelmed with having to learn a different side of photography, but I love learning new things. This has been fun, and again, this is just a great excuse to get out and do what I love to do and to kind of share it with you folks. And again, I kind of think of this whole YouTube channel as kind of like my video vault of me evolving, my kids evolving. So I'm gonna continue to camp regardless of how this YouTube thing goes. Everything eventually comes to an end, right? And I'm sure there's some other brand new platform that's gonna blow YouTube out of the water eventually, and this will all be long gone. So I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can, and hopefully provide you folks something halfway enjoyable to watch while you're sitting on the couch at night. So that's kind of a lot of blabbing, but I guess what I'm trying to get at is thanks everyone. Some of the stuff's just easier to do when I have a little bit more light. So I started marinating last night some pork chops in mango, habanero, and teriyaki sauce. I couldn't decide which marinade I wanted, so what could be better than putting both of it in there? And yes, I got 4 pork chops. Yes, that's too much food. And I don't care. Whew. And last but not least, we got our little asparagus. So dinner is now all on the grill. Let's hope that these potatoes are gonna cook. But if they don't, I got 4 pork chops to keep me busy. Pork chops do not take long on this thing. One of them got a little crispy, but I guess that's why I brought 4, just in case. Put these off to the side as much as I can. So potatoes is what I'm really concerned about, but I think they're gonna turn out perfect. Okay, maybe not that one. We'll throw that one to the raccoons. I probably would have liked that one though. Yeah, these to me are perfect. I love a little crisp on them. Oh yeah. Now the pork chops smell fantastic. I don't know if you guys can see that. Get some light on it. And I still got asparagus to go pull off the grill now. Ladies and gentlemen, dinner is served, and it smells absolutely phenomenal. But while we're here with Parmesan, we might as well hit this asparagus with a little bit. Perfect. You know what, guys? It's not quite right yet. Yes, I am this guy. I like my Christmas time. What you got on that? Say this makes for just about a perfect meal. And I do have some habanero honey mustard too that we're going to try on these pork chops. Need to get a fork. I got to give these potatoes a shot first. Oh yeah, they're so hot though. Oh. Yeah, that's good. A little bit of honey mustard on it. Oh. All right, Mr. Pork chop, what you got? Yep. Cooking the pork chops was a little more kind of difficult on that fire. It's really hard to regulate the heat, but I think they turned out pretty good. They taste good. I'm digging it. All right, gang, well, dinner was amazing. I just scarfed that thing down, took it to the trash, and I picked up all my mess. And it is getting chilly out here. So I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this fire. And then I'm gonna get my diesel heater hooked up, make sure that thing's gonna run tonight, but this thing just feels too good to let it go to waste. I don't think I'm gonna be able to burn all that wood tonight, but overall just a really pleasant, chill, relaxed, really nice evening to kind of close out 2024 on my end. So this feels good on my frozen hands, and we'll see you folks here in a little bit. Pretty much everything is put up now, except I got to get this diesel heater situation figured out. So should have done this in the daytime when I can actually kind of see what I'm doing, and to make sure that this thing actually works. And hopefully this hose is going to be long enough. All else fails, I can put this on the back of my tailgate. I'm trying to avoid keeping my truck open because the critters around here are so bad. They will get into the back and rummage around. Okay, let's see if that'll work. I find it absolutely ironic that out of all the power stations that I have, This tiny little jack, I bought this thing 4 years ago. Jackery 300, runs diesel heaters the best. This little 12 volt output, I've tested it at home up to 170 watts. So I have no worries that this thing will not run. Knock on wood. Keep it on one, get this thing up here. When I was testing this heater at home, it pulls like 18 watts when it's going. So this 300 watt power station should do absolutely just fine. And again, I think I bought this before I even built my first truck camper, thinking that I was going to use it. I just find it funny that that's what ends up being the best, is that 4-year-old tiny, terrible Jackery. I would never recommend that to anyone, but it works with diesel heaters. You can't see it, but it's getting cold outside. Hopefully this little heater's gonna work. I gotta put you down for a second though, because I gotta make sure that this hose, I don't drop it. Oh yeah, see. So when the hose gets hot, it gets a lot more, it gets longer. Oh! Guess what I just dropped? Finally. There we go. We are pumping in heat now. I gotta get this thing shut down. Try to trap some of this heat in here. All right. Whew. Well, on to step 2. I gotta get us some comfy clothes, get the movies ready to go. But at least tonight, guys, I'm on a level surface, so I'm not rolling out. Last video I camped, I didn't pay any attention to how I was parked, and I slept pretty bad that whole night because I felt like I was rolling out of the tent. I double checked that here tonight to make sure that I'm going to be sleeping flat. And I didn't air up my air mattress quite as much. I think that was the other issue, is that I aired it up too much, so it wasn't really very cushiony. So tonight should be good, but let's get into some clothes and go from there. All right, I think we are about done. I got the pajamas on. Got the blankets all situated, got my iPad holder for the movies tonight, which I think we're gonna do, is brand new. It looks pretty good. Carry On. Can't see with the reflection, but it's got Jason Bateman. I love that dude. I think he's hilarious. So we're gonna watch that, but this is like a serious movie, so I don't know how that's gonna work out with me and liking him because he's funny. But heater's doing great. I've only been in here for about 10 minutes and it's on level 1 and I'm warm. So, and it's just gonna get colder tonight. In fact, right now we are sitting at 41 degrees. So not crazy cold, but it's gonna get cooler. So inventory check for movies. I got 2 applesauces, squeeze pouches that I stole from my daughter because I like them, and some chewy mini sweet tarts for the movie. Got some water, phone, pants, and the all-important heater up there. So I think we're gonna have a good night, guys. It's a pretty good ending to the 2024 camping season. So I think I'm just gonna get comfy, hang out, maybe watch 2 movies. I don't know, I might get crazy and watch 2 movies tonight. I do still have to get up and go to work tomorrow. Tomorrow is my last day before vacation, so tomorrow morning is gonna kind of stink, but oh well. Thanks for watching up to this point. If you have and have not clicked off yet, no time lapse tonight. I'm kind of back under trees and I don't know this place well enough to go stick my camera way out there. I'm afraid it might get snagged or grow legs and walk away. So I guess we're just gonna hang out here and we will see you in the morning when I get up bright and early before sunrise. Yay. That's my favorite. I love it. Ugh. It's also kind of hard to convey, guys, how big this tent is. I can't imagine going to a different style tent now. I've got so much room in here. I mean, anyway, good night for the second time. Thursday. 5:30. Time to get up. So I think last night might have ranked in my top 3 sleeps I've had in this tent. Slept absolutely great. The movie that we watched last night, Carry On, with Jason Bateman. Skip it. It was terrible. But I slept great. My diesel heater's still running. That tiny little Jackery ran that thing all night long. But it's pretty chilly, I think. It's 32 degrees outside, so I'm not looking forward to getting out of this tent and putting it away, so guess it's time to make that happen though. Go get some coffee made and head home and go enjoy a nice fun day of work. Man, the nice thing about it being so cold is that all the bugs are gone and I can actually have a light out here now. But man, it is chilly. All right, so I got the heater taken down. We ended up using 53% on the battery. That's it's pretty phenomenal for a tiny little thing like this. Hopefully I can get my coffee made this morning with it being freezing outside. That butane doesn't get happy when it's this cold. I have a feeling that's going to take a while this morning. That'll give us time to get some of this stuff put away. Oh man, my hands don't work. All right, I can't really wait much longer, but that's the problem with butane when it's so cold, guys, is that it's just it's not working that great. But we got to get coffee made, and I got to get this in my body because I am cold and need coffee. All right, well, it is now 5:56 in the morning, so I was able to get camp put away pretty quickly. I'm just sitting here waiting on my coffee to brew. Then we're gonna head home and do that whole work thing. And I think I'm probably gonna take a few weeks off of the YouTube thing with Christmas coming up and New Year's, and it's gonna be kind of hard for me to find time with all the family stuff we have planned to get out here and do some of these. So that's why I say I think I'm wrapping up 2024, and I can't talk. We're wrapping up 2024 with this episode here. So it's been a fun ride this year, guys. Thanks so much for following along and interacting with me on these videos. That helps more than you know. I know you hear that a lot, but it truly does. So got a beautiful moon. I probably won't be able to get it for you guys tonight or this morning, but nope, nothing. But anyway, as I was saying, guys, thanks so much for everything. 2024 has been great. It's been fun. And we're going to do it again in 2025. I got some more plans for next year to kind of spice things up, change things up on this channel. So really looking forward to that stuff. But I'm ready to get in the truck and get warmed up and head home, get a shower, and wrap up this year. So we will see you guys next year. Take care. Nothing like a little cold start at 6 in the morning for everyone around me. And now we're off.